Hey Scorpio, it's Jen here. I don't know how loud. I have some background music going on. I don't know how loud it is. It's either too loud or it's too soft. It's so funny. That reminds me of the three, not the three little bears, not the three little Goldilocks, and that came up for Sag for some reason. No, yeah, Goldilocks and Red Riding Hood, but just the grandmother, not the eating part or the or the horrific part of most childhood stories. Anyway, okay, let's concentrate here, Jen. Scorpio, I usually do the first three or four signs. Um, I have a pattern, but I am doing you second. I usually do Scorpio third. What's going on? Astrologically, and this is just very general, I'm not a professional astrologer at all, but we have December 14th, a new moon in Sag. We're in Sagittarius for the beginning of December. And then on the 21st, actually on the 20th, we move into Capricorn, which is interesting because I'm a Sagittarius and I'm born on the 21st. But on the 21st, we have a big event that only happens, I think, every 20 years. And we have Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct. They're the closest they've been in 20 years in the sky, and I've already seen it. My son and I were outside, I think, last weekend, and it's very beautiful. At least I can see it in the northern hemisphere here. Right at dusk it was. So they're very prominently together in the night sky, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And I would highly encourage you to go check it out if you can. So they're conjunct, so really close together in the sign of Aquarius. So this is all taking place at the solstice as we start to move to either darker or brighter days, depending on which hemisphere you live in. It's the winter solstice here in Vermont in the northern hemisphere. So Jupiter and Saturn, Jupiter expands, lucky, let's go for it, let's do it. Things will be fine, optimistic, and Saturn is the adult. Be careful, make sure you plan, be cautious, be structured, have orderly, organized. And then Aquarius is the out of the box thinker. So they're an air sign, so they're cerebral, they think about things, so they don't necessarily go off and do things without planning or facts behind it. But they're the inventors of the zodiac. They're the ones that think about things in a new and different way in order to bring about changes that new technology, new ways of doing things, new ideas. This really is sort of a generational change in some ways in the sky. And so new ways of thinking, expanding new ways of thinking, letting go of old ways of thinking, a new era, a new regime, a new, which you can see in the US, I guess, quite clearly. But having to really evolve, I think, and let go of certain things. But then Aquarius then sees the opportunity and the positive things, same with Jupiter, right? But Capricorn keeps us grounded. So I mean, I think it seems like a maybe because I'm a positive Sagittarian, a positive energy. Scorpio is a fixed sign, so it's going to feel a little, change can feel uncomfortable, but, and it may stir up some emotions being a water sign, but I feel like you guys are so intelligent and so intuitive that intuitively you will understand the direction you're going in and why it's the right thing and why it's a positive thing and be able to make it work really well for yourselves. Scorpios are brilliant. I don't know if people talk about that as much. of how intelligent you are. I think they talk about intuitive, and then the more negative side, you guys get a little bit of a bad rap, but they're incredibly positive thing. Two of my very good friends, very, very good friends, are Scorpios. I was doing some channeling, and one thing I saw a very clear vision of you in bed in the morning, and you're being woken up by, you know how the light filters in. Um, I don't know if there are blinds or just the sun as it comes up is coming into your window, and I just have this real feeling of comfort, and I see someone there with you, a lover, and just having some sweet moments in bed. Now, if you're single and that doesn't make sense, I still see if things have felt dark to you, like you've been in a little bit of a dark mood or a dark energy or a little bit of a depression, or maybe the darkness, if you live in a place where it gets dark really early, really affects you. And so remember that we are moving, once we get to the solstice in the northern hemisphere, to things getting brighter. And I think that may be a metaphor for you, that things are getting brighter, things are lightening up for you. Now, I did see this image of someone, you know how you can just float on your back in water, but they were just below the surface. Now, I didn't see this as anything literal or scary. I saw it as something is just about to come through the surface. And once this comes to the surface, I feel like that could be one of the breaking points of your mood feeling better. Maybe you are in denial about something, or someone else in your life is going to reveal something that's going to get things out in the open, that will be a breakthrough or clear things up and just take away sort of the unknown and the emotions that surround something when you can't really, someone hasn't verbalized something or expressed something. And that could be around the 14th with that new moon. Oh, and I forgot I got distracted. We also have a full moon in Cancer on December 30th. So that's always, I think it's fun. We had a full moon on Halloween, and now we're having a full moon for the new year, which is pretty cool. I see you meeting, so I see a professional person. And that means I saw, literally, I saw a dude with like professional clothes on, but I don't let, for example, the gender or the exact type of clothes be so literal. I mean, it could be, but to me, it's, um, there are lots of ways to be more professional. So I see you thinking about branding. I see you thinking about how you present yourself. I see you thinking about maybe a brand or a logo. I also see you meeting someone that be maybe more professional. So then I saw Smokey the Bear, which, if you're not from this country, it's a bear that talks about fires. So you may be, I don't mean to be laughing about this, dealing with the fires in some way, either directly or people you know, or they're in your area, or it's on your mind. But then I got really drawn. Well, so first we have a fire sign, and we do have Leo. I'm going to get back to that. So we have the bear. Now, in the Lenormand, a bear is like a manager. It's mama bear. It's protecting, but it's also often a manager at work. So you may becoming a manager. You could be dating a manager. You could be a manager dating someone. So maybe if you did get a promotion, you're wanting to be more professional or feeling like you have to dress a little differently. I see a picture of the globe, the flat picture of the world, and I'm very drawn to Africa and India. specifically Asia, but specifically India, but maybe it could be Southeast Asia as well. I see it more the southern part. So I don't know if taking something global, having a connection with there, maybe you're getting more clients if you have a web-based business, but I see you spending time thinking about that or operating something to do with that area. Could even be something like um, a belief system or something. Then I saw, this is so funny, and I don't even know if you guys will think it's funny, but I saw like the holiday lights of really Christmas probably, but it could be anything. I saw like a Hallmark movie. I watched one of those recently, and it wasn't even it was a Hallmark like movie. It wasn't even on Hallmark, so I'm not. But it was so bad, and I watched the whole thing to the one final kiss at the end, and the acting was horrible. And they're not always that bad. I was just like, why am I watching this? It's so horrible. So you may find yourself doing something like that, being just kind of laughing at yourself. But um, maybe you'll lean into the holidays this year and put up some lights and things like that and decorate it. I just see you having like a very warm home life and um, feeling warm and maybe snuggling with someone, maybe Netflix and chill. I know that means more, but I see that too. It may even feel a little Hallmark movie-ish in a way if you have a romance going. It seems so not Scorpio, but and that you may laugh at yourself like about that too. Okay, so that you know what? Did Leo come up for you? And I can actually look because I wrote my things down. Um, oh, I got that part of the country for you last time too. Christmas holidays, so I'm getting the holidays again. Leo Lion, there we go. Yeah, you have some info you need, just are not seeing it. So wow, you're getting some. I didn't even look at that. You're getting some similar um, messages coming through again. So I see a Leo person, a fire, potentially a redhead. And I also, which made me think of Outlander. So maybe so that would be a more Scorpio speed potentially. Outlander. It's not home. I mean, it's like a grand epic love story, historical drama. It has fantasy in it, magic. It's awesome. Okay, let's get to the cards. Besides Jen's, it's on Netflix or Stars. I don't trust me. I don't get any money from Outlander. I wish I did. Okay, and if you really like Outlander, I'm obsessed with podcasts. Outlander Cast is a really fun, great, awesome podcast to listen to if you really want to maybe rewatch Outlander and get into it. Let's look at the Two of Spirals. So this just came out for Sag. Two of Fire. So when this card comes up, if you look at the traditional Rider-Waite version, someone's holding out a globe and looking at a globe. So you are looking globally. Maybe you're looking to travel, to move, something for business, someone you know or love that lives in a different country, a different continent, or far away from you. Reassessing things. Yeah. Now, the other part of this Two of Fire for me is we're human beings. We have to sleep. We only have a finite amount of energy. And to really look at where you're spending your time and energy, where is that going? And is it being spent in ways that support you and feed your soul, and it's not just expend. So look where you're just expending energy. Maybe you're trying to change someone that we can't control other people. Maybe someone's doing this to you. Maybe you're just your resources, your time, your energy, your thoughts. Where is your energy going? And is that helping you, or is it just like running the AC with the windows open? There could be energy efficiency very literally too. You may want to look into sealing cracks, or see if your system needs to be cleaned or repaired. What do we have in this picture? This is the Chrysalis tarot. So this bird has made 2 nests. So this is the page of air. That looks like a llama in the background, which makes me think of South America. Messages. This is very much online communication, having a website, messaging people. You could be messaging someone, someone you're dating. Maybe you're messaging more than one person, and it's time to think, you can't build a life with 2 people. Someone in your life could, if you're messaging with someone, they may be messaging with, you're not the only one. So if you're getting to a point where you're getting serious, it would be beneficial to have the conversation. Are you seeing someone else? I would like to be exclusive. Otherwise, you can't assume that it is an exclusive relationship. Maybe you'll buy a vacation home. You have 2 homes, a rental property, an Airbnb, something like that. And you'll put on a website. There's a real traveling. I could see some of you wanting to go. I know I just said South America, but wanting to go to India is strong, or Tibet, Nepal. There's a butterfly of transformation. There's winged bird. So the butterfly, the winged, makes sense in scrolls because that's an air sign. Wanting to fly somewhere, fly away, get away, travel somewhere. I'm hearing that Lenny Kravitz song. I want to get away. I want to fly away. I don't know the lyrics. I haven't heard that song in a long time. You might want to look up the lyrics, though. I like Lenny Kravitz. I think he's very cute. Sorry. Oh, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is... It's interesting. The imagery on this card looks to me more like the 9 of Cups, but the 9 of Stones is the Pentacles in this Chrysalis deck. It's a card of confidence to me. It's a card of responsibility, handling your own shit and dealing with your own shit, minding your own business, not having a desperate need to have someone there to control someone else. Really saying, okay, the only thing I can control is myself, and I'm going to put my time and energy into that, and fixing, that's not the word I want, working on myself, working on my finances, tending to my own garden, and with that, not having any sort of desperate need for someone else, for others. And it doesn't mean you don't want others, you don't welcome others, you don't have others in your life. But again, it's tending to your own garden, weeding your own garden, getting your own house in order. So you may be getting your house in order to move again, or thinking about moving, or starting to plan for that, even if it's something far in the future. But there's also wanting to be able to enjoy, like not being house poor, wanting to enjoy the things that you've worked hard for, giving yourself permission to enjoy things. Sometimes we can, when is enough enough? When can we ever relax? Some people, so you or someone that you deal with it may never be enough. And maybe there has to be a conversation, a communication that, two's enough. That's enough. We don't need more. We have this is enough. And let's figure out how to enjoy it. Things going on right now, life is too short. So I'm thinking of this Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter wants to expand, 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 expand. And Saturn says, yeah, but be careful, but be careful, but save, but save, but save, but save. And Aquarius says, well, why can't we do both? Why can't we do things we want to do? Why can't we travel? Why can't we live where we want to live, but also be responsible and make it work for us? When is enough enough, and when can we start to enjoy things? Life is too short. So I'm seeing those types of things come to the surface. What's at I didn't look at the bottom of the deck. Oh, wow, the star. I also had the moon under there. So those moons in December may be important. And the moon is the sort of the emotional uncertainty that comes with trying to reconcile these desires. But the star says dream big. It's interesting. It's the Aquarius energy. The star is Aquarius. It's also the time of Aquarius, which is end of January into February. So for timing, look at this island. Huh. You may want to move to an island, something about an island. I also am drawn to these horses, which is very Sag to me. Really looking towards that solstice as being a turning point, a significant time. The achieving a goal, going after a dream, an attainable dream, a dream you have is attainable. Dream big. We have the moon and the stars, so things in the... We have a pop-up here. Hopefully, I don't think you can see it, but I want to get rid of it. I see you preparing to move. I don't see it necessarily happening right away, actually, but I see it maybe in the next few years, like starting to make a plan. I also see you maybe wanting to live somewhere somewhat secluded, more rural, somewhere you can see the stars, somewhere where you have space, land, not a lot of light pollution. Expansion. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you, Scorpio, for watching. And yeah, I hope you have a really, really, really wonderful December, and that you can use that Aquarian energy to to see things in a new and expansive, hopeful way. Take care.